Let me ask you this, Mike. You see adoptions coming, and 5 years, you think it could trade much higher. What that would be, a 10-bagger at least, maybe even more.
So part of that is where I travel. I see people wanting to buy. Why isn't it going up right now?
It's going to be transactional then. Because people still say they're not. You're never going to use Bitcoin for transactions. It's always going to be digital gold because it's too volatile and it doesn't fit the smell test for using it as a currency. You think it eventually will be a currency?
I don't think it'll be a currency. I think it will be a store of value. Okay. I think there'll be other, listen, Ethereum is already trading like a currency, right? It's the currency of culture. When people buy NFTs, they say, how many ETH do it cost? Oh, it was 1 ETH. It was 3 ETH. And so I think you're going to have this world where we have opt-in communities. Like people are opting into the Bitcoin community. There are literally more people that own Bitcoin than live in Russia. It's the 8th largest country in the world by participants. They freely opted in and said, we believe in this ethos of this community, which is a hard money way to store our wealth. And I think that will gain momentum as trust continues to break down. Listen, if Jay Powell and Janet Yellen can get our economy back to 2% inflation and have our debt come back because growth is so high and we go from 140 debt to GDP to 70, Americans won't have to buy Bitcoin. Right? But if you were in Russia, you feel pretty stupid having all your money in ruble. Or if you were in Turkey, you feel pretty stupid having all your money in the Turkish lira. And so when there is bad stewardship of economies, which our stewardship has not been great, let's make no bones about it, Bitcoin provides a great alternative for people to just store their money.
Yeah, but the more Russians use it, or the more that, you see some, and I came up with the word nefarity, but the more nefarious usage, you're going to hear people like Senator Elizabeth Warren. You saw her comments yesterday.
Warren's, listen, I'm on the left side of the center. I think Warren is just
left side of the center. Wait a second. Did you say left side of the? I love the way
Warren is just dead.
I love the way you people think. You're right. I'm way out here. I'm like fascist, but you're just slightly left of center. Okay, but go.
The whole world depends on where you sit.
It does. It does. It's like
Warren is dead wrong here. State actors cannot use Bitcoin to evade sanctions, right? First of all, most of the transactions, the lion's share, happen through exchanges that do KYC. Bitcoin operates on a public blockchain, which all the three-letter security agencies have security looking at those things. And, and so she's thinking about it wrong. You can't use it to hide illicit goods, but the little guy who Warren should care about, right, the worker, the middle-class guy, can use it to protect his wealth. And I think we've got to flip that narrative. And I think you're seeing that in Congress, right? The young congressmen are saying, why are we listening to all these old people, right? And so it's Ro Khanna in California, the guy in New York recently who came out, and it's popular. And so I think the Democrats' anti-crypto thing is really shifting to, hey, at best, keep your mouth quiet, and what you should be doing is learning how this is going to really help progressive causes.
Well, you could say that about just about anything for a lot of those people, I think. Mike, what you saw the executive order, right? Did that do anything for crypto?
It made the crypto companies like ours breathe a sigh of relief, right? We were worried that Warren was going to have so much influence that it was going to be really anti our industry. And what they said is, hey, we see this as a burgeoning industry, and we want to have regulation that makes sense. And our first real focus is stablecoins, and it should be. Stable coins, central bank digital currencies is a national security issue. We're behind China, and how we construct our stable coin says everything about who we are as a country. We can do it China-wise and give up all our privacy, or we can do it the way Brian Brooks, who was the head of the OCC, suggested, and keep privacy, right? Your bank doesn't tell the government what you buy. Right? Your credit card company doesn't tell the government what you buy, nor should a central bank issued digital currency tell the government what you buy. And so it's a big, big deal.